German directness still too much for me? Looks that way. Hey everyone, Dana here. I've mentioned it before, Germans in general can often be a little bit more direct and straightforward than Americans. And to be honest, even after living here for 8 years, that directness is still sometimes a little shocking for me, a little bit too much, or even sometimes has made me cry. Directness. Okay, so what am I talking about here? For example, I was at a get-together and I met a German person who had watched some of my videos. Their reaction after chatting with me for a few minutes, "It was very nice meeting you. I like you a lot better in person than in your videos." Thanks, I guess. I don't know, what am I supposed to say back to that? Another in-person comment that I have gotten from a complete stranger here in Germany that I just met through someone else. "Oh, hi, yes, nice to meet you. I've seen some of your videos. They're too jumpy." Again, it's like, nice to meet you too. What am I supposed to say to that? Like, nice to meet you. I have a critique for you about your videos. Oh, hi. Or being told by the instructor of a group fitness course at the end of the class that I had done the thing very, very badly. Very bad at doing it. Okay, it's good to know I'm so horrible. This one, by the way, is actually one of the experiences of total directness that has made me cry. I knew that I hadn't done the thing very well. That's why I had every intention of going back in order to try and improve. But I had really tried my very, very, very hardest in that class. It was my first time doing said kind of group fitness course. And even though I hadn't done it very well, to hear the instructor just so directly, so matter of fact, tell me straight up that I had done it so badly, just really struck a nerve, even though it was true. Too direct with the truth. Last example for this video, direct, straightforward, frank, in-person comments in a negative sense about my looks. And this could be about my hair, my clothes, my makeup, or just my overall appearance in general from people in person. Also, when I did not ask that person to weigh in on the subject, and also sometimes from people that I barely even know. When I do ask people for their opinion, say on what I should wear, I've noticed that in the US, it's been my experience that people often, not always, but often try to find some way to soften the blow. You know, like, well, I don't think the color is quite right. Or, well, I liked the other one better. Whereas in Germany, I often get the straightforward, honest-to-goodness, no-holds-barred answer, "No, that dress does not look good on you," or something like that. Now, of course, it matters who is giving the critique and in what situation. So, for this one, is it my mom and I've been trying on hundreds of dresses with her all day and now she's like, "No, that dress does not look good on you. Try on the next one." Or am I shopping alone and I try on a dress and the sales assistant says to me, "No, that dress does not look good on you." From the sales assistant, yeah, I'd consider that a little harsh and I would prefer something a little softer in that situation. So, am I too sensitive? Maybe. I don't know. The truth is important, don't get me wrong. But I guess for me, I don't always think that it's necessary to just open up your mouth and say everything you're thinking as far as your truly honest and raw opinion about someone goes, especially if the person you'd be saying that to is a stranger or someone you just met. If I meet someone at a party, 9 times out of 10, there's no need for them to be critiquing me. Of course, yes, there's the now and then exception. What if I meet an experienced author? Then I might really appreciate some advice. Or what if I meet another person who makes videos, especially if they've been making videos for longer than me? But even then, I would probably still appreciate them waiting for me to ask them what they think about my videos or my writing before they just start freely critiquing me. I would prefer they wait for me to ask for it. And then, however it comes about, once someone is in a situation where they will be giving me a critique, I do appreciate them trying to find a way to soften the blow at least a little bit, rather than just mercilessly picking apart whatever they're critiquing about me. There's room for improvement versus let me tell you everything that you are sucking at. Two different things, in my mind at least. But what has changed over time is that now when people do just open up their mouths and plop out these direct or straightforward comments to me, I am now usually able to recognize that most of the time, I would say the person is not trying to be mean. They're not saying that my videos are this or that to be mean, or saying something about my looks to be mean. At least I think they're not. I think they honestly think this will help me recognize the need to do better or change something. They're telling me my skirt is ugly because they don't want me to embarrass myself going out in public wearing it anymore. I guess. I think they truly think that by telling me these direct and straightforward, totally honest things, they're doing me a favor. I think. When I first moved to Germany, I came home so many evenings all upset, asking Stefan, why are people being so mean to me? They're not being mean, they're just being direct. But even with this updated understanding, I still usually don't like the direct comments. They still annoy me, but now my response is usually just to mentally roll my eyes and laugh about it with Stefan later. Although I will say that sometimes, depending on the strength of the directness and the particular situation that I'm in, they still sometimes could strike an emotional nerve in me and make me feel bad, and sometimes even make me cry. Yeah, the truth is important, but I still clearly have not quite gotten used to the raw and direct way that truth tends to be delivered here in Germany. So my question for you is, what do you think about people being totally straightforward and direct? Have you ever been in a situation where someone was just being really direct, not being mean, but still it made you want to cry? What did you do? Please let me know in the comments below. Thanks so much for watching. I really hope that you enjoyed this video. And also, I would like to give a really, really, really big thank you so much to our patrons on Patreon who help make these videos possible. Thank you so much for your support. If you would like to check out our Patreon page, you can find a link to that down in the description box below. Until next time, auf Wiedersehen. Once someone is in a situation where there'll be, I was at to get together.